Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Billy. Today I would like to share with you 3 spring-summer dresses made from the new look pattern N6633 View A. This video is part 3 of the series. For part 1 and part 2, please check out my videos number 28 and 29. So the first dress I will show you today is this one made with a blend of cotton and wool Glen plaid that I purchased on Mood's website, moodfabrics.com. And so this one incorporates all of the changes from the IKEA duvet cover dress talked about in my last video number 29. And so really this dress is identical to that one, other than the fact that this one has a square neck versus the lower round neck. So this is the front, and then I had the 2 pleats. I forgot to mention that when I slimmed down the sleeves, I had to take out one pleat to obviously to accommodate for the narrower sleeve. And so the back looks like this. So even though I love the plaid, every time I make something with plaid, I just feel like such a glutton for punishment because of the additional work that is required. For example, here I was quite, so for example here, you can see I had to cut it so it's the fabric is parallel, the neckline is parallel to this line here, and also on either side the pattern is equal distance on both sides to the neckline here. And also for the 2 front darts, I have to be very careful. Those they start and end at exactly the same place, both in the front and also in the back. And also I had to make sure that the zipper lines up, so which I think was quite successful in this case. So overall, I really am proud how this one turned out. This is exactly what I had envisioned this fabric to be, and so I'm really glad that it turned out the way I thought it would be. So here is a quick video of this plaid dress, and I paired it with a 3.5-inch pair of heels, and really nice. I really liked it, and it looks much more quote-unquote business-like. Even though the other floral dresses were fine for sort of informal networking events, sometimes I do need to dress up a little more for work, and so I thought that this plaid dress would be perfect for that. The second dress that I will show you today is this dress made from a very dark charcoal wool suiting with very faint pinstripes. So here is a close-up of the fabric itself. And I had previously used the same fabric in the Princess Seam bodice dress talked about before, and I really like this fabric. It has a little stiffer drape. I think it's consistent with a suiting material, but it's still very soft, and it's perfect for summer. And so this one I made it with a boat neck, and wanted to make an exact copy of the cherry dress, also talked about in my last video. And so after I was done with the outer shell, I put it on, and somehow I think it's just the nature of sewing. With this fabric, I had a horrible drag line just coming down this way on both sides, but especially on my right hand side, and it was terrible. And I tried to figure out how to fix it, and to no avail. And finally, the only way, and I even made a muslin actually to try to solve the problem. So here is the muslin itself. This is only half of it because the other half was used up already. So I actually used it, and then so I sewed the dart on the outside so it would be easier for me to manipulate and change the dart. And I ended up needing, couldn't really, doesn't matter what I was doing, it didn't seem to fix it. So the only way I was able to fix that horrible drag lines was by adding a chest dart on the side here. So you can see here, I added a chest dart here, and the dart size is actually quite small. It's only about 2 centimeters, the width of the dart. But just by lifting that part a little bit, it took care of, really most of it, and to an acceptable range. It was difficult to completely eliminate it because because sometimes like it looks one way without the lining and it looks another way with the lining, so it's just a little frustrating, but also I suppose that's the mystery of sewing to me. So that is what I did. And so because of the change at the side dart, somehow it affects the armhole and the sleeves, so I had to make all those changes also. And then so I was quite glad that this fabric held up so well, because I had to pick and unpick, especially the side seams, easily 4 times. And fortunately, after I ironed it, after the final sort of pass, it looked great. It showed no evidence of my past stitching and unpicking. So I'm really glad that this fabric held up. And then also, therefore, whatever changes I made to this one, I also made the changes to the muslin, and so then I could use it for future projects. For this charcoal pinstripe dress, I lined it with black silk crepe de chine, because I ran out of black China silk at home. And silk crepe de chine is about twice the thickness of standard China silk. So there was a possibility that you could make the dress, give the dress a much stiffer or firmer drape. But because this fabric is, it's a suiting material, and so it's not meant to be super flowy, drapey. So then I figured that even if the silk crepe de chine gave it a little more firmer drape, it would still be fine. So it turned out fine. It gives it a little more structure, but it's still incredibly soft. Didn't feel stiff whatsoever. So I'm really glad that's what I chose to do. And so here is a quick video of this charcoal pinstripe dress, and I'm really pleased how it turned out. It looks great. It's exactly what I wanted for more serious sort of work meetings, etc. And it turns out great. So I am very happy how it turned out. The third dress that I will show you today is the one I'm wearing right now. And so this is the first dress that I made after transferring all the changes from the charcoal pinstripe dress and also from the muslin to a paper pattern. And this is the first dress I made. And because this is the first one, I wasn't sure how it would turn out. So I so I decided to use sort of some, sort of a cheaper fabric. And so this fabric, here's a close-up of the pattern here. It's actually very pretty. But this actually is originally was a queen-sized fitted sheet from a sheet set that I originally purchased. And I had previously used the flat sheet for a cushion cover of my sofa that you could see in my last video number 28. I was actually pleasantly surprised how well this dress turned out in terms of the pattern, because the just looking at the sheet itself, it looks okay, but I was really so pleasantly surprised. It really worked out great for this one. And so for this one, I did the original high neck version of the new look N6633. And then here's a and then so I'm very glad about the sort of placement of the flower clusters. And then I have to say though, I am really lucky that everything worked out. Even though there are 2 darts, it didn't seem to affect the pattern, even the veins, etc., all lined up. And so it gives it a really high-end look, because the pattern of the fabric is not interrupted. And unfortunately, I cannot claim credit for this. This is pure coincidence, just a happy, lucky break. And so for this one, I did not make cuffs, so I just let out the cuffs. And because I originally actually made cuffs for it, but then after trying it on, the outer shell, I just didn't like the look. I feel the cuffs gave this dress a too formal look when the fabric itself is overall relatively relaxed. And so I did not want the cuffs, and I'm really happy I decided to just go with this 3/4 sleeve length. And for this one, because this fabric is relatively see-through, I lined it with cotton lawn that I have, the same fabric, that same material that I used to line the IKEA duvet cover dress. But somehow with this one, it really gave it a very sort of a, I wouldn't call it stiff, but definitely a very firm drape, much more so than even the IKEA dress. But it's fine. So then in a way, it gives it a bit more structured look instead of more relaxed look. But I'm still really pleased how this turned out, especially since it was originally a fitted sheet. So here is a quick video of this floral dress, and I paired it with a mahogany 3.5-inch heels, and I'm really glad how it worked out. It really looks very nice, and so I am incredibly lucky that so far all the projects from this pattern have worked out very well. So here are the 3 dresses that I recently made using the new look pattern N6633 View A. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you will stay safe, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye bye!